guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and enjoying the lovely sun. Today I'm filming in my kitchen because it is literally unbearable in my bedroom today. I can't, honestly, because of the carpets, it's just absolutely boiling, so my kitchen will have to do. Today's video is going to be all about our home renovation and how much it costs to renovate, basically. I did have a few comments on the video of our house tour, just asking if I could give a rough estimate of the renovation costs, but I thought I would do a video and just go into a bit more detail about how much the renovation costs. Just from each room, so like the kitchen, the bathroom, just so you guys can have a rough idea. So yeah, let's get started. So again, I've had to write it all down because my memory. So let's start off actually with the kitchen. So we got our kitchen, as you can see behind me, it's a bit messy, haven't actually cleaned it. We got our kitchen from Ren. I highly recommend them, they were amazing. They, to be honest, I was a bit skeptical to start with because I've heard quite bad reviews about them. But we basically just went in just to see how much it would cost us, and we were going to compare it with Howden's, who we went with previously, because James has a business account. So to be honest, we kind of just went in just so we could get a price and then take it to Howden's, and then Howden's could match it. But in fact, Howden's couldn't match it, so we ended up sticking with Ren. So they were really good, they were really professional, and you got to wear the little glasses, and they'd done the 4D view of the kitchen, so you could basically see exactly what it would be like. And in total, the kitchen behind me cost $6,800. I know that sounds like quite a lot, but to be honest with you, you can actually get it cheaper if, for example, you don't get an expensive sink, or you don't get the dishwasher or washer machine, because we basically got everything included. Also, our kitchen was a little bit different. The layout was a bit weird, and so we had to get the fridge and a separate unit somewhere else. So overall, we had to buy quite a lot of units. If you're on a budget especially, you can sort of there are ways of saving and working around that price, and they're really good with helping, because you basically just tell them how much you're prepared to spend and they'll try and make sure that you stay under that budget. Also, if you're not too bothered about the worktops, we actually got the cheapest version you could get, because we've done all that in our previous flat and it was just stupid. We just ended up getting a real wooden worktop, which was a nightmare and was always stained, so we just thought no. And to be honest, this worktop is fine. It's really good quality, really easy to clean, so I would definitely recommend Ren anyway if you're looking for a kitchen, just to go in and have a chat with them. They're really helpful. So yeah, that's how much the kitchen cost. The tiles behind me, they were quite cheap, to be honest. They were about £90 for all of them. And then it costs, I think, £150 to get someone to come and fit them tiles. So yeah, if you add it all up, it is quite a lot. With regards to fitting the kitchen, luckily I had James, who is in the trade, him and his business partner were able to fit it for us. So that, I think Ren were charging us a lot of money for that. They were charging about, something ridiculous, about £4,000 to fit the kitchen, which is silly. You can probably get a kitchen fitter for about £2,000, or if I were you, ask around, ask family members if they have any idea how to fit a kitchen. Obviously I don't recommend doing it yourself. I mean, I haven't got a clue, but they do come sort of ready built, so I can't imagine it's that difficult, no idea. But yeah, so I would just maybe ask a family member if they know anyone who could do it. Just don't go with Ren because they're extremely expensive. Moving on to, let's say, the carpet. So the carpet was a bit difficult because I originally had a carpet fitter who was going to supply the carpet for us and fit for, I think, £1,000. And it was the top carpet, the one I had in my previous flat, which was quite luxurious. It was really soft to walk on. Because to me, I just feel like we're probably going to be here for at least 5 years. I think a good carpet is worth it. So I went for the Invictus Sirius, I think it was called, silver Chalice, don't know how I remembered that. And I ordered so many different samples and tried so many different ones, and in the end I actually had to outsource it myself and go, because everything's on lockdown obviously, so I had to buy the carpet separately, and then the carpet fitter charged £450 for the stairs and 3 bedrooms. So obviously if you're watching this video and your house, you've got 2 bedroom or you haven't got stairs, then you know it's not going to cost that much. Obviously you don't need to get the top carpet. You can go with the carpets they supply, and then that probably would work out cheaper, but that's just an idea of how much that cost for a 3-bedroom house, for the landing, stairs and upstairs. So all in all about 1,200 I would say for that. I'm not very good at maths. Moving on to the laminate. It took me so long because I couldn't obviously go in the shops and see them. I think I ordered about 40 different samples of laminate flooring because I just couldn't decide. I knew what I wanted. I wanted an oak sort of natural laminate, sort of simple to go with everything, and I just couldn't find one. So eventually I found the perfect one. You couldn't guess that it was laminate. It actually looks like real wood flooring, and it just doesn't scratch. It's really good. So that was about £15 per metre squared for that. We had it all in the kitchen, which is quite a big kitchen, and our living room. Obviously our hallway goes into our living room, so you don't actually have a hallway, and that cost £700 for that. So again, if you've got a smaller house, it'll be cheaper than that, which is good. To fit it, James actually managed to fit it himself. But so if your partner's handy, then you could maybe give it a go, because to me it looked quite easy. It was sort of, you just sort of slit it together. I don't really know. If you're only good at DIY, then I would definitely give that a go. Or just get someone to do it. And I probably would cost about, to be honest, I couldn't guess. I can't imagine it would cost too much. But again, you don't have to go for that. There are cheaper alternatives to the laminate. But if you're looking for an oak natural laminate, I definitely recommend this one. And I'll put all the links down below in the description, so you know pretty much of everything I've bought. The tiles, just everything, so you guys can see it. The tiles for the bathroom, upstairs bathroom, this is marble. It's not real marble, obviously, but it pretty much looks like real marble. It's really nice. That cost, all in all, for that bathroom, £360. I wouldn't say it's a small bathroom, I wouldn't say it's a big bathroom, just a normal size. So I think that's quite a good price. Obviously, for this bathroom suite, we had to go for a separate shower because of the ceiling's really low, so you couldn't put a shower in the bath. So that cost about £200 for the unit. And then the bath, we just went for a standard bath. I'm not really too bothered about spending money on a bath. I don't really see the point. That cost about £150. We went for the floating toilet. To be honest, you don't have to go for that. I wasn't too bothered about going for a floating toilet. Obviously they look nice, but you have to then get the back to it, which costs £180, and then obviously the floating toilet. So if you're not too bothered about that, save a bit of money and just go for a normal one. Either way, toilets are ugly anyway, so I just don't see the point in spending that money, but that's something that James could do, and he thought, why not? So all in all, for the bathroom suite, probably cost about £700. We went for quite a expensive bathroom unit just because I really liked it. Probably looking back, I wouldn't have bothered. It's lovely, but I just think there's so many others that are cheap, because that cost about £250. And again, because I kind of wanted the traditional look to sort of match the kitchen. Again, the downstairs toilet, I went for sort of a mini version, and even that was about £200. So there's just little things you can do to save money. But I just wouldn't bother spending a fortune on things like sinks, because I don't know, I just feel like they look nice, but the novelty of them just wears off, and at the end of the day it's just a sink. But I would recommend sort of the storage for the sink, because that does come in handy. Downstairs, I don't know why, it's just my favourite little room, downstairs toilet. Because of the mosaic. Oh, here comes little man. I've given him some melty sticks to sort of keep him occupied, and I honestly think he's eaten them all, which is probably not a good thing. The mosaic tiles in the downstairs toilet, which is my favourite little room, that cost £83. And to be honest, if you're thinking of getting that in the downstairs toilet, this is quite a big toilet because obviously we took some of the wall away before it was like a utility room. So it probably wouldn't even cost you that much if you're doing it. Oh, come and join me. If you're doing it for a smaller room, £83. And then I just got the standard similar to the behind on the walls, but with white grout, that for the downstairs as well. And that's for like all of the ceiling. Do you want to come and join me? Come and join me then. Say hello. Say hi. Yeah, and that's for all of the whole of the cloakroom, and it cost £750 for the tiler to do all that, and he done the downstairs and upstairs, which I think's really good, and he took about 2-3 days, so that was good. So all in all, that wasn't too bad. The paint, it's not this paint, but in the rest of the all the bedrooms apart from the small one and the living room, the paint I used was Egyptian cotton, and I had to just take a gamble with this because I obviously couldn't get any tester paint. So I actually messaged Dulux, and I just told them what I was looking for, and they recommended that paint. And then I done my research on it, looked on Instagram, done the little hashtag, and that's how I found sort of the perfect paint. So if you can't get any samples, and you're looking for a creamy grey that's sort of not white and it looks a bit warmer, definitely go for that one because it's lovely. He's just dropped my paper on the floor. Right, what is next? Oh, I think that's pretty much it. But I think we haven't done the garden or anything yet, so it's pretty much just been it. But all in all, the total cost for everything cost about, I'm going to put him on the floor, probably spent over, I would say, £20,000. But we did have some money left over from our previous sale of our flat. And we kind of just wanted to get it all done. But if you haven't got that kind of money and you're on a budget, I would recommend just moving in and doing it room by room. That way you haven't got to rush anything. You can take your time choosing it. If you change your mind in a month or so, it wouldn't matter, because I literally just had a week where I had to just choose everything. Luckily, I'm happy with everything. But I would say don't rush into it if you don't need to, and just take your time. Obviously with kids it's difficult because you just want to get everything done, but you can, you know, there are other ways around it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I think I've covered pretty much everything, but if you've got any questions, feel free to just put a question in the comment below and I'll answer it. Or you can message me if you follow my Instagram on Rebecca's Home, and then you can see all the different pictures of my home. I will be doing a video in the next few days all about the mortgage process and going through that, just because I think it might be helpful to some of you guys, because everything's sort of changing now, and I've been through it previously, so I can sort of give you a rough idea of the cost of how much it costs basically for the fees, for the solicitors and all of that. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and I hope I haven't missed out anything. And if you can please like and subscribe, and yeah, have a lovely day. Thanks guys, bye bye.